In the quiet, climate-controlled vaults of Yale University's Voynich Library lies a book. It is not large. It is not adorned with gold or jewels. Its vellum pages are weathered, and its cover is a featureless blank slate. But this humble object, catalogued as MS-408, is arguably the most mysterious and tantalizing artifact of its kind in the entire world. It is a botanical guide to a world that doesn't exist, an astronomical map of a sky we cannot see, a medical text whose remedies are lost to a forgotten science. For over a century, the world's most brilliant minds, from top-secret military codebreakers to visionary linguists, have thrown themselves against its pages, and all have failed. The script, now known as Voynichese, is a language that obeys its own strange internal logic, yet matches no known tongue. Is it the last remnant of a lost civilization, an unbreakable code hiding forbidden knowledge, or is it the most sophisticated and successful hoax ever perpetrated? This is the story of the Voynich Manuscript, a book that has held its secrets for 600 years, and a mystery that continues to challenge everything we think we know about language, history, and the limits of human understanding. To understand the mystery, we must first understand the object. Radiocarbon dating has confirmed that the vellum pages were made between 1404 and 1438. The ink and pigments are consistent with the 15th century. This is no modern fake. The book is real. It's old. The manuscript is meticulously structured, almost like a medieval encyclopedia. Scholars have divided its 240 remaining pages into 6 sections. The first and largest is the herbal section. Each page features a single plant, accompanied by paragraphs of text. But these are no ordinary plants. Botanists have been unable to identify almost any of them. They are chimeras, a flower from one species, the leaves of another, roots that look like they belong in a science fiction film. Next, the astronomical section. Here we find intricate circular diagrams. Some clearly depict zodiac signs. We see Taurus the bull, Pisces the fish. But they are surrounded by dozens of tiny naked women, often holding stars or emerging from what look like clouds. The layouts don't correspond to any known astronomical or astrological tradition, Western or Eastern. Then we enter the most baffling part, the balneological section. An elaborate network of green and blue rivers flows through pools and vessels, connecting them like a vast organic water park. And bathing in these pools are dozens of women. Some are crowned, some appear pregnant, others interact with the strange organ-like structures around them. Is this a treatise on health and hygiene, a form of alchemy, or a symbolic map of the female body? The questions only multiply. The manuscript continues with even more abstract cosmological diagrams, a pharmaceutical section showing plant parts in apothecary jars, and finally, a long section of pure text, marked only by small stars in the margins. It's been nicknamed the recipes section, but like everything else, its true purpose is a complete guess. This structure, this clear organization, tells us that the creator had a plan. This wasn't random doodling. It was a serious, expensive, and time-consuming project. But to unlock its meaning, we must follow its journey through time, a journey that begins with a single, tantalizing letter. Our modern story begins in 1912, with a man as intriguing as the manuscript itself, Wilfrid Voynich. A former Polish revolutionary who escaped a Siberian prison, he reinvented himself as a successful rare book dealer in London. He claimed to have discovered the manuscript in a chest of old books at the Villa Mondragon, a Jesuit college near Rome. Tucked within its pages was the letter, our only concrete link to the past. It was written in 1665 by Johannes Marci, a prominent scientist in Prague. He was sending the book to his friend in Rome, the brilliant Jesuit scholar Athanasius Kircher. Kircher was a polymath, a man who built talking statues and designed magnetic clocks. He was also famous for claiming to have deciphered Egyptian hieroglyphs, a boast that turned out to be completely false. But in his day, he was seen as the one man who could solve any puzzle. Marci's letter drops another bombshell. He writes that the book was once owned by the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II, who ruled from Prague in the late 16th century. Rudolf was an eccentric, obsessed with alchemy, astrology, and the occult. His court was a magnet for mystics, magicians, and charlatans from all over Europe. The letter claims Rudolf paid a staggering 600 gold ducats for the book, a fortune at the time. It also repeats a rumor that the author was the 13th century English philosopher Roger Bacon. This rumor has fueled speculation for centuries, linking the book to the legendary English alchemist John Dee, who visited Rudolph's court and was known to possess works by Bacon. Did Dee and his scryer Edward Kelly create the manuscript as a clever trick to sell to the gullible emperor? The carbon dating proves the manuscript was already over a century old when John Dee was in Prague. We have a list of brilliant, eccentric owners, all of them baffled by the book. After Kircher failed to decipher it, the manuscript vanished into the Jesuit archives for over 2 centuries, until Wilfrid Voynich brought it out of the shadows. His discovery ignited a modern war, a war of wits between the world's best codebreakers and a 600-year-old ghost. In the 20th century, the art of codebreaking became a science, and the Voynich Manuscript became its ultimate challenge. During World War I and II, teams of cryptanalysts were assembled to break enemy codes. Many of them tried their hand at the manuscript in their spare time. All of them failed. The most famous attempt came from William Friedman, a legend in American cryptography who led the team that broke Japan's purple cipher. He and his wife Elizabeth, another brilliant codebreaker, spent nearly 40 years wrestling with Voynichese. They were certain it was a complex cipher, but it resisted every method they threw at it. They discovered its linguistic patterns. It follows Zipf's law, meaning some words are very common and others are rare, just like in any real language. This suggests it's not just random gibberish. However, the manuscript's entropy, a measure of its randomness and unpredictability, is strangely low. The same words and even phrases repeat far more often than in natural languages. They also discovered that the script seems to be 2 different but related languages, now called Voynich A and Voynich B. Certain characters, or gallows, only appear in specific positions. It's a system with rigid rules, yet those rules lead to a language that makes no sense. In the end, Friedman concluded that the manuscript was an attempt to create an artificial or universal language. Much like the philosophical languages sought by scholars in the 17th century. It was a system too complex to be a simple cipher, yet too strange to be a natural language. He died without an answer, leaving the mystery deeper than ever. The Voynich Manuscript is more than just an unsolved puzzle. It is a mirror. In its pages, we see our own desire for meaning, our drive to solve the unsolvable. But the book itself remains silent, its strange figures and alien plants guarding their secrets. It is a testament to the fact that even in our age of information, there are still corners of history that are profoundly, beautifully, and perhaps permanently dark. Perhaps the ultimate truth of the Voynich Manuscript is not what it says, but what it doesn't say. It forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of our ancient world.